Alrighty guys, how's it going? So I got some blues licks for you today. We're going to be playing through the changes of a 1-4-5 blues in A. Not a whole lot going on here. I'm really just taking conventional stuff and just kind of making it more slippery by adding in some chromatic stuff and just sliding up and down and around and just kind of spanning the whole length of the fretboard to play through all the changes. It's good practice. It's a lot of fun. All these licks will work over your one chord. So if you wanted to just play this over A, or you want to transpose the licks into any other key, all these licks will work over the one chord. Just always resolve back to the root note of your one chord and you'll be good. But that's about it. So let's just go ahead and get into the opening lick over the one chord. Alright, so for the opening lick, we're going to be really hitting on the B and E strings. We're going to be doing a lot of double stop kind of stuff and starting out with this little pre-bend. So the opening phrase you'll have... We're pretty much just going to start out working out of box 2 of A major. Alright, so we do this little pre-bend. We'll have 7 on the high E string, right? Go ahead and pre-bend it up a half step. Catch the B string with it. Bring it down, and when you bring it down, you're going to pull off and bar B and E on 5 with your index finger. Okay? Okay, so after you get that, we're going to hit 7 on B, and then we're going to pluck B and E, hybrid pick it, just bar 5, and pluck B and E on 5, right? Okay, so that's your opening lick. Then from there, we're going to slide back. You can use whatever finger you want. I like to use my ring finger. I'm going to slide back 7 to 5, and then pull off 5 to 3 on E. And then catch 5 on B, and then we'll go back and we'll bar 3, hit B and E, hybrid pick it, right? So you have, and from here, then the next lick you'll pull off 5 to 3. Now we're working right out of box 5 of A minor. Pull off 5 to 3 on E, then get 5 on B. Then you're gonna go 3 to 4, hammer on B. Then slide up 4 to 5 on B, and then catch 5 on the E string, let the B ring out, pop that high E string with your middle finger, right? So you have, give a little vibrato, that'll be your opening lick, right? Okay, then the second half we're gonna go. Okay, so from here we're gonna go. This could be played over the 4 chord. You could use some of this over the 4 chord, and we will get to some of that later. But for now, it'll still work over A. We're kind of adding in more major. So start out 2 on G string, then bend up 5. Bend it up half step, kind of like a quarter step. I don't know, just kind of feel it, right? Then we're going to pop 2 on the B string. I'm going to pop it with my finger. And we're going to slide up 3, 4 to 5 with your middle finger. Just pick it once and slide 3 to 4, then 4 to 5. Okay? Then after we go there, we're going to pull off 7 to 5 on G, and go 7 on D, then bar G and B on 5, hammer on a 6 on G to your major third, then get 7 on the D string. Alright, so far. Once we hit that 7 on D, after we go here, we're going to slide into the 10th fret on D, bend it down about a half step. After you bend down 10, pop 7 on G, then slide in 8 to 9 on G, then get 10 on the D string again, and we're going to go slide in 10 to 11, right? So after you go here, you're going going to slide in 10 to 11 on D, and then catch B and let them ring out together, that little 6 pattern right out of your A, right? Okay, so that second half. Okay, so that'll be your whole 1 chord, so real slow, everything over your 1 chord. Okay, let those ring out together in unison, sounds cool. And that's everything for the 1 chord A. So now let's go ahead and get into the 4 chord D. Alright, so for the 4 chord, you can visualize this a lot of different ways. After you practice a lot, you kind of start to visualize everything together as one giant scale, major and minor, and everything on top of each other. But you could look at it as like box 1 of D minor, box 2 of D major, or your box 3 of A minor, or box 4 of A major. Like however you want to see it, it doesn't really matter. And like I said, this could also be an A major lick, right? You could play it over A and it would sound just fine, but instead we're going to play it over D. You hear the tonality changes, right? So it always, you can bend the ear and just resolve. This all comes back to resolving to the right notes, right? So we get into it after we do that A lick. Then we're going to start out. So we start out 10 on B, then give a gradual bend on 13B up a half step. Then here's a cool little way, it's kind of a way you can be a little more slippery, right? We're going to go, after you bend 13 on B, hit 10 on E, then slide up 11 to 12 with your middle finger and pull off to 11 with your index finger. I'm going to hybrid pick that. Okay, and after you pull off 12 to 11, we're going to go, we're going to rake back, get that throaty sound, lay your finger over the E string, deaden it out, slide back 13 to 12 on B, and pull off 12 to 10 on B, then get 11 on G, and then go 10 on B, and then back to 11 on G. So you have... Okay, and after you hit 11 on G, we're going to go right into box 4 of A minor, right? So I'm just going to rake down on these. I'm going to slide in 12 to 15. Just kind of rake down all the strings dead until you get to E. And then get 15. Then pop 12 on the high E. And then pull off 15 to 13 on B. Then get 14 on G, then get 13 on B, bend it up just like a quarter step, then get 15 on B, then we're going to pick 14 on G twice, give it some vibrato, right? Alright, so your whole lick. Okay, and then we go back to the 1 chord A, and we're going to walk that down. Okay, almost kind of like ZZ Top-like in a way. Doing that kind of thing. So we're going to hybrid pick all this, pick on D, middle finger on G. I'm going to slide into each one of these little thirds patterns here, right? We're going to have 14 on D, 12 on G. Hit the G string twice each time. Or not each time, just the first time, right? Then I'm going to slide into 12 on D and get 11 on the G string. Then I'm going to slide into 10 on D and get 9 on G. Then we're going to go... Then we'll bar D and G. This is kind of like your D power chord, however you want to view it, or right out of your first box of A minor. And we're going to add in a flat 5 here. So bar D and G on 7. Put your middle finger down, or you can use your ring finger, whatever's comfortable. Add in that flat 5, that G on the 8th fret. So you'll have 7 on D and 8 on G together. back to 7 on D and G, then go to D and G on 5, then have D and A and D on 7, and hit it twice and slide off. Alright. Okay, so that's your 4 chord, and you're back to the 1 chord of A, and then we get into your 5 chord and the turnaround. So let's go ahead and get into those licks. Alright, so when we go to the 5 chord E, we're going to play the same lick we played over the 4 chord D when we got into it. We're going to phrase it the same way. So when we went to D, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to play it over E in the same position, right? So we're working out of like box 3 of E minor, box 4 of E major, however you want to view it, but same lick, same phrasing. Have 5 on B, gradual bend 8 up a half step, pop 5 on the high E, then slide in 6 to 7 on E, pull off to 6 to your index finger, then have 8 on B, deaden out the high E, slide back to 7 on B and pull off to 5. And then catch 6 on G. And then go back to 5 on B and finish it off. Alright, so that'll be your opening lick on E. So we're going to go E, then we're going to go to D, then into A, and then back to E, right? So we're basically doing that. Right, so now when we go to D, we go D into A, right? So it's kind of similar to the opening lick we did, but we're changing it a little bit. We're going to do some pull-offs and stuff. Get a little more chromatic with it. So we have 2 on G, bend up 5 a half step, pop 2 on the B string, then you're going to slide in 3 to 4 with your middle finger, and then pull off 4 to 3 on B with your index to middle to index, right? After you pull off 4 to 3, we're going to pull off ring to middle 5 to 4 on the G string. Then we're going to slide in 5 to 6 on D. I kind of like that dissonance, adding in the G sharp there. Just keeping it with the 7 or whatever. So yeah, 7. So we'll have then you're going to bar G and B on 5, hammer on to 6 on G, and then get 7 on D, right? So you'll have okay, and then from here we do the little turnaround thing, right? We're going to go I did a lesson on this lick. I played it a little different, but I did a lesson called like Turn Around the Bends, where I just did this as a turnaround lesson, but I went and just played this same lick right there and just kind of made it and just went back to it. But anyway, so we'll just start the same lick and play it on the B, or the E, the B, and then the G string, right? So you pre-bend 7 a half step on E, bring it down and pull off to 5. Then go to 7, do the same thing. And then go to G on 7, pull off to 5. Right, you can hybrid pick it however you want. Okay, then we'll go down to 4 on G, pre-bend that a half step, bring it down, pull off to 2 on G. Then we're going to bend down 4 on D, and we'll get 2 on D and hit the open E and let those 2 E notes ring out together. Alright. Alright, so that's the whole little lick there. So the whole kind of turnaround from your 5 chord on, real slow. Alright, right, and that's your whole lick. So there's a lot of stuff in here that's useful, even if it's just like one little, all that kind of stuff, you know, it's basic stuff, but just adding in that one little, just the little things to make it interesting, right? And just give it a little bit of dissonance and just give it a little more, I don't know, just a little more kind of interesting type of flavor to it. But that's everything, right? So take what you need. Like I said, you can use all these licks over the one chord. You could play every single lick here over A if you wanted to, and it would still sound okay. But just be aware of what chord you're going to and where you're at position-wise. And always transpose this stuff into other keys, right? Don't just play it in one key. Always take these licks and move them around, and then start combining other licks you know around there, right? And just start experimenting with things. So that's everything. Just practice slow, have fun. See you next time.